Hello, beautiful people. Today we are going to talk about how to stay true to yourself. So, have you ever heard any of these statements before? Be you. Every other person is taken. Be real. Be authentic. If you're like me, you have probably heard this over and over again, and most likely you believe it is important. Trying to be anyone else makes you lose your self-worth. But do you really know how to stay true to yourself, especially in a society with so many distractions? To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. This quote is by Ralph Waldo, and I totally agree. But the big question is how? So in this video, I want to share with you some tips on how I have been able to stay true to myself and my values. If you're new here, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss an upload from me. So before we talk about the how, it is very important to deeply understand the importance of staying true to yourself. And I want to use this illustration I learned from one of the masterclass I attended during this lockdown period. There are two vertical lines and one horizontal line. The vertical lines represent the time you are born and the time of departure, while the horizontal line represents societal standards or the safe zone throughout your lifetime. The waves on this illustration represent different people, all kinds of people. Those in the middle, the safe zone, are the people who likes to play safe in life. They just go with the flow, they follow normal standard, and they never think of forming their own opinion. And even when they do, they are easily distracted by the opinion or success of others. Usually, we call them the people pleaser. The good thing is, they are the majority. Those below average are the people in the negative zone. They have their own opinion, but it is usually based on wrong principles. They lack basic morals, and they're just the people nobody really wants to associate with. For example, the drug addicts. Now this is the real deal. The people everyone admires because of their success. These people challenge the societal standard and they form their own opinion based on the right principles. The interesting part is that everyone wants to be like them, but nobody really wants to sacrifice much to get there. Let's not forget that these people are here because they stayed true to themselves against all odds. So the question again is, would you rather play it safe and be like every other person, or stay true to yourself and be extraordinary? If you choose B, which I hope you do, then the rest of this video is for you. But before we go into the tips, I want to ask you a question and I hope you answer sincerely. Did you like this illustration? If yes, leave me a comment. If no, tell me your reasons. Okay, let's just get into it. So the first thing I would say is that you need to set your own standards. You have to set your own standard based on your core values as a lady, which is why as a lady, you need to know what is important to you and your values. The next thing I would say is you need to make sure your values are deeply rooted in your mind. It is not enough for you to have values. Sticking to it is what's most important. And how is this possible? By constantly reminding yourself of those values. You have to make it easy for you to follow. And you need to stay inspired on the things that promote your values. Absorb enough information on what you hold dear to you, so that it is locked down and firm in your mind. We become what we constantly feed ourselves. So absorb the right things and make sure you consistently evaluate yourself as you grow or as you change. You can have these values written down in so many places around you and revise them consistently. Then the next thing I would say is that you should focus on long-term achievement rather than short-term satisfaction. You need to learn to focus on the bigger picture. Personally, I believe real change and lasting success are usually gradual. They're never drastic. If you are constantly focusing on short-term satisfaction, there are higher chances that you may lose yourself in the process. This is not to say you should not build momentum or re-strategize when something is not working currently. But the point is, at every crossroad you are in life, make sure you focus on the bigger picture. And finally, I have learned to be very patient with myself. Patience is indeed a virtue. If your name is Patience, you are so lucky. Our world is becoming very fast-paced and everyone is in a hurry to get results that we no longer enjoy the process. As much as we want to get to our destination, it is important to enjoy the trip. enjoy the journey, because eventually you will get there. And what makes it worth it is the process, how you had fun, how you enjoyed the trip. So be patient with yourself. If you enjoyed this kind of video, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below on how you stay true to yourself. And also do not forget to leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, it really helps my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.